gentlemen, here's Jesse McCartney.
See ya?
Oh, this is a little fun.
How you guys doing?
How you enjoying the weather?
It's freezing.
Welcome to Rhode
I was
Island.
in Chicago. It was a lot worse, so it's not that bad. But I grew up on the East Coast, so I'm used to it. I still have the thick blood.
See, they're just trying to get this mic. Hold on 1 second.
Got another microphone?
For some reason, it's not working in here. So if you can turn it up a little here.
I could take your mic.
1, 2. There we go. Much better. Okay. Want to have a seat?
Yeah.
We're going to sit down. We're going to talk to Jesse just for a little bit.
Hey.
And then he's going to roll around and we'll take pictures and everything else. So thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
Get a new CD. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. It's been a long time coming. I've been working on it for like 2 years now. And we're releasing in May 20th, Departure.
Do you get nervous when there's a new CD coming up?
Yeah, it's more like an anxiousness. I've been working on it so long, I've been in the studio that it's, I'm just ready for everyone to hear it.
And you co-wrote a lot of the songs on the CD and worked with a ton of like big-time writers, big-time producers. How did you bring everybody else in?
Well, when I sat down and decided to do this type of record, which was very R&B influenced, I made a list of producers and writers that I knew I wanted to work with, which included Tricky and The Dream, who I'm sure you guys know. They're responsible for Umbrella, which was not a hit at all. Sean Garrett, who's had like 9 #1 hits. Chris Brown's run it, and Usher's Yeah, and he's just a really, he's become a mentor to me. He's like a big brother now. He works out of Atlanta. I did a lot of this album in Atlanta. JR, who was responsible for Sean Kingston and everything he's done, and yeah, and then I did a lot of writing with this young kid named Eric Hudson. He's 21. He wrote and produced Flashing Lights with Kanye, and like a young Quincy Jones, who's my age, is an amazing piano player. And collectively we made this album, and I'm really proud of it. It's definitely a whole new sound. Comparatively to anything else you guys have ever heard, so just beware.
And I was reading in your bio too that to get ready for the CD, you listen to Michael Jackson, Prince, Madonna. Is that just to get some influence?
Yeah, I mean, as far as production goes, it was it kind of has a little bit of an '80s throwback. Everything was done on the keyboard, and it was very synth-driven, a lot of synthesizers, and, which was really prevalent in the '80s, obviously. Specifically with artists like Madonna and Prince and Michael. So, but I also listen to a lot of, you remember Bobby Brown, who was a huge record back in the late 80s, early 90s. Anyway, so yeah, they definitely had an influence, but it was also just, all the melodies and lyrics are very contemporary. And as far as the content in general on the album, it deals a lot with my growth in the last couple of years. I got my own place, I live in LA now, and which is a huge switch and departure from where I grew up in New York, and a lot of the record actually is my relationship with women in the last few years, which has been rather interesting. I was in a relationship for a few years, and I've been single now for about a year, which has been great. Yeah.
It's always nice to have this forum to announce that you're single. In a room full of women who love you.
I'll tell you, Will, you gotta come over now.
But I like to sit right there. I don't think that's going to happen. I listen to his divorce papers.
Send her on vacation. Sorry. You can come too. But yeah, no, it's made for great writing, obviously, and great songs. So I'm really anxious for you guys to hear it. The first single is called Leavin'. It's on the radio in a couple weeks. It's already been playing on a lot of stations in the West Coast. But I've been on a tour for the last week and another week of just promotion. Getting ready to finish shooting a music video in LA last Sunday, which you guys are really gonna like. It's a really intimate video. it's an exciting time, and hopefully it's going to be a big year.
And that's just that. I mean, you've been doing a lot of voiceover work. I mean, you did Alvin and the Chipmunks, which by no means was a failure.
It was an indie flick. It was a really small.
Small little movie.
Went to a couple festivals, didn't do much.
You got this. You got Orchids and Blue coming out.
Yeah.
You did Extreme Home Makeover a couple of weeks ago.
Right. Yeah, no, that's really, I mean, one of the common questions of what kind of film have you been doing, and the truth is I really didn't have a lot of time to do any live action work, but Fox called me last summer and said, would you be interested in playing Theodore? He's a little fat, round chipmunk.
Yeah.
Of course, they thought of me. But it was such an honor. I grew up with the Chipmunk Punk. It was like, I thought that Chipmunk Punk. And we all grew up with it. It's kind of an American classic. So we recorded the whole film in like a week, actually. It's really kind of unfair. The animators spent like 4 years on that kind of film. But then we're all Dr. Seuss, The 14 Years of Who is another film that's animated, and I play JoJo.
And Big Time, like Jimmy Carrey, Carol Burnett.
No, Steve Carell.
Steve Carell.
Steve Carell, Jim Carrey, Jonah Hill from Superbad. You guys know Jonah.
Oh yeah.
So it's a funny film. It's going to come out in March.
Okay, all right. So let's get started. You have your CD in there. I think we're ready to hear it.
Oh yeah.
He's just going to roam around, just going to hang out, we'll have something to eat, and then we'll take pictures with everybody. Okay? All right, so let's hear it for Jess, everybody.